Out there, 140 million miles from Earth, lies a world that seems like our destiny, a place we dream of colonizing, turning into humanity's second home. But peel back the romantic visions of red deserts, and Mars reveals its true nature. This is not a world waiting to embrace us, it's a world designed to kill us. And the deeper you look, the more fatal the problems become. Mars isn't just dusty, its dust is poison. Microscopic particles laced with toxic perchlorates cling to everything: your suit, your lungs, your habitat. One breath could scar your respiratory system forever. Unlike Earth's dust, this isn't something you can just wipe away. It's razor-fine, electrostatically charged, and designed to infiltrate. Over time, it could cause cancer, blindness, or organ failure. And here's the deeper horror: Mars dust can't simply be filtered. It's so small, it slips through standard filtration, embedding itself in fabrics, electronics, and even skin pores. And if dust doesn't get you from the outside, Mars has another way of killing you, one that starts in your very bloodstream. Mars lacks a magnetic field, no shield against cosmic rays, and even worse, no barrier against solar storms. On Earth, our magnetosphere deflects most of this radiation. On Mars, your DNA takes the hit, constantly. Not once, not twice, but every single day you live there. NASA estimates radiation levels on Mars are 2.5 times higher than on Earth. That means accelerated aging, genetic mutations, and cancers that form within months instead of decades. What makes it even worse is the cumulative effect. Even with thick shielding, every crack, every EVA adds to your exposure. The body has no time to repair the cellular chaos. Scientists warn that within just a few years, settlers could be facing immune collapse and lethal tumors. You're not just living on Mars, you're slowly decaying at the molecular level. But even if you somehow endure the invisible assault of radiation, the next enemy is hidden in plain sight: the planet's fragile, hostile air. Mars's atmosphere is thin, less than 1% of Earth's. Breathing it directly isn't just impossible, it's suicide. But here's the fatal problem: it's not only unbreathable, it's unstable. It's mostly carbon dioxide, and it fluctuates wildly with seasons, temperatures, and storms. This instability means habitats must constantly adjust pressure and oxygen levels. One leak, even a pinhole, could depressurize an entire colony in seconds. And unlike a sinking ship on Earth, there's no escape hatch, only the void outside. And what is even more terrifying, living on Mars would mean constant suffocation drills. It's like lying in your sleeping pod when an alarm blares, pressure dropping. You scramble to seal bulkheads, patch holes, and pray you have enough oxygen left. Survival becomes a race against vacuum. But oxygen and pressure are only half the battle, because food becomes another unsolvable nightmare. We dream of greenhouses on Mars, plants thriving under domes, but the soil isn't soil, it's regolith, laced with perchlorates and devoid of nutrients. It's toxic to plants, toxic to humans. You'd have to detoxify every handful of Martian dirt before a single seed could grow. Even then, plants need more than dirt. They need stable water, stable light, stable heat. Mars offers none. Sunlight is weak, days are extreme, and temperatures swing by 100 degrees in a single cycle. You might think of hydroponics, sure, but that demands massive amounts of energy, water recycling, and nutrient imports from Earth. Every meal becomes a logistical war. Miss one shipment of supplies and people starve. The dream of Martian self-sufficiency isn't decades away, it's centuries. Until then, colonists are tethered to Earth by fragile supply lines. And when you're starving and oxygen deprived, another enemy rises, one that doesn't attack your body, but your mind. On Earth, we underestimate silence. On Mars, silence could be fatal. Imagine months of confinement in a metal can, cut off from the outside world, staring at the same red wasteland day after day. Loneliness, monotony, and isolation gnaw at your mind. NASA studies on long-duration missions show alarming results like paranoia, aggression, depression. Astronauts begin hallucinating voices, lights, even smells that aren't there. In small crews, these breakdowns can spiral into conflict, or worse. Mars isn't just physically hostile, it's psychologically corrosive. And unlike on Earth, there's no easy way home. If someone breaks, there's no hospital, no reinforcements, no escape. The colony becomes a pressure cooker, where one person's breakdown could doom them all. But the human mind isn't the only fragile system. Deep inside your body, another collapse is brewing, one that could make survival impossible. Radiation, stress, lack of gravity, they all combine to wreck the human immune system. Astronauts already show immune suppression after just months on the ISS. On Mars, with harsher radiation and weaker gravity, your body becomes defenseless. Infections that would be minor on Earth could become deadly. Cuts don't heal, viruses linger, and because Mars is sterile, harboring unknown microbes, your body faces threats it can't even recognize. The slow breakdown of immunity means Mars doesn't just shorten your lifespan, it makes you vulnerable to death by 1,000 invisible cuts. And even if your body doesn't betray you, the machines keeping you alive might. On Earth, when your phone breaks, you buy another. On Mars, when your oxygen scrubber fails, you die. Technology isn't just helpful there, it's life itself. But Martian dust clogs valves, corrodes joints, and shorts electronics. Extreme cold makes metal brittle, batteries sluggish, and machinery unreliable. Every system must work perfectly, forever. But perfection doesn't exist. A single cracked visor, a frozen pump, a jammed airlock, each is a death sentence. And because resupply from Earth takes months, there's no quick replacement. Colonists would live in constant fear of their tools, machines, and even shelters betraying them. And if machines are fragile, think of something even more unstable: the human drive to govern itself. It's easy to picture Mars colonists as pioneers working together, but history tells another story. Human groups under extreme stress fracture, disputes over food, oxygen, leadership, or safety could spark violence. Mars isn't just isolated, it's lawless. Will it fall under Earth's governments, corporate rule, or self-declared independence? Each path carries conflict. In such a world, politics doesn't just decide freedom, it decides who breathes and who suffocates. And that's before we even confront the single most underestimated danger of all: Mars's gravity. Mars's gravity is only 38% of Earth's. At first, it sounds like a playground, lighter steps, higher jumps, but in reality, it slowly dismantles the human body. Muscles waste away, bones lose density, and fluids rush to the brain, damaging eyesight. Astronauts already suffer from these effects after months in orbit. On Mars, they'd be permanent. The most chilling part? Generations born on Mars might never survive a return to Earth. Their hearts, bones, and muscles would be too weak. Colonization wouldn't just isolate people geographically, it would biologically trap them on a planet that wants them broken. And while gravity destroys bodies slowly, Mars has another way to finish the job instantly. Radiation on Mars isn't just about short-term cancer risks, it's about rewriting the very blueprint of human life. Without Earth's magnetic shield and thick atmosphere, colonists would be bathed in cosmic rays and solar storms daily. These particles slice through DNA like invisible knives, mutating cells in ways medicine has never had to confront. The true horror is that the damage wouldn't just stop with one generation. Children born on Mars could inherit genetic errors, passing them down in a chain of mutations that grows worse with each birth. Instead of building a thriving colony, humanity could end up creating a fragile, sickly population doomed by its own biology. And shielding isn't the miracle solution it sounds like. Building underground bunkers delays the inevitable, but it doesn't erase it. On Mars, evolution wouldn't be about adapting, it would be about surviving long enough before your own DNA betrays you. And if Mars can attack life at the deepest genetic level, then maybe the real fatal problem isn't just survival, it's the slow erosion of what makes us human at all. Every dream of Mars as a new home collides with reality. Mars is not habitable, not even close. It lacks a magnetic field, a breathable atmosphere, liquid oceans, fertile soil, and a stable climate. It's frozen, irradiated, and toxic. We evolved on Earth, a planet finely tuned for life. Mars? It's tuned for death. To survive there means endless dependence on fragile machines, supply lines, and psychological endurance. It's not colonization, it's survival at the edge of extinction. And yet, despite all this, the dream persists. But maybe it's time we asked, is the dream itself the most fatal problem of all? So, is Mars humanity's future or its grave? The red planet holds our imagination, but its reality, it might crush us long before we conquer it. Maybe the true frontier isn't out there, but in fixing the home we already have. If you found this deep dive into Mars's fatal problem haunting, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more, and hit the bell so you never miss the next journey into the unknown.